Hello, friends. Byron Belka here. You know what? I just wanted to come on today to answer a question that I get from a lot of people. In fact, it's a question I know that I had years ago. When I started and wanted to be an entrepreneur, I had a small family. I was just getting started, young family at the time, and I just wanted to provide. I just wanted to be able to have options and be able to create freedoms in my life. And I remember thinking to myself, what does it take to really see success? And so luckily, I was able to find a mentor of mine when I was, in my mid to late 20s who kind of was willing to take me by the hand and show me what I needed to do. And at first I had to be told and obviously go off of faith because I hadn't seen that experience. I had to learn from somebody who'd already done it. But over the years, I've learned, what does it really take for somebody to see success? And I had that question and I've seen it firsthand now. I've had the good fortune to be able to travel the world, to be able to meet amazing people with inspirational stories. I'm so inspired by so many people who were in situations and they were able to change their surrounding, be able to change and get things to become better, to be put themselves in a better situation. And so there are three things that it doesn't matter if you're young or old. It doesn't matter if you're male or female, what culture you come from, what's your ethnic background, what's your religious background. None of that stuff comes into play with these three things. But they're consistent no matter where I've been. And I've seen all types of people in all walks of life be able to see results if they implement these three things. And the first thing was you have to have that desire. See, that's something that can't be trained. That's something that can't be taught. You got to have somebody that wants it and has that desire for change and is willing to do what it takes, because it's not easy. If you want to change, that means you're going from a situation of being comfortable and understanding where you're at to going into a situation where you're uncomfortable and trying to become somebody new. Somebody, not that you're changing as far as who you are as an individual, but the habits that you have, the things that you need to become so that you can become more, so that you can have more. You have to have that desire. And you have to have that why and that purpose, because no matter what, if somebody doesn't have that, it doesn't matter what I train them. It doesn't matter, how much time I invest into them or what I do. If they don't start with that, it's not going to happen. So you have to have that desire. And that's not something that can be taught. That has to come from within. So if you're wanting change to happen in your life, why? What is that desire? What's that purpose? What is the thing that's going to drive you towards that change that's bigger than any of the obstacles that are going to be put in your way? Because we have to overcome those to grow and to get out of our comfort zone and become better. Number two, you have to be teachable. A lot of times, we think that we know, or we think that, we have all these opinions. And I remember what my mentor said to me when I first started. Because I had seen in my world where I had started, some success, but nothing to the extent as of my mentor. But I used to come to him all the time with great ideas, and I'd say, well, what if we did this? Or what if we did that? And I loved what he said to me. And that was, Byron, make your first million my way. If, once you've made $1 million, if you want to change it and you want to do something different, then go and do it. But if you, until you make $1 million, do it my way. Cause he'd say, I make millions of dollars. And he did. He was a multimillionaire, saw a lot of success in life. And so I had to learn that even if I didn't quite understand, and even if I didn't quite 100% get it, I still needed to do it. If he told me to do something, obviously he wouldn't tell me to do anything that was legal or illegal, immoral or unethical. I wouldn't be doing that. But as far as the things that I needed to do, how I needed to spend my time, what I needed to work on, if he told me, I did it. And I wanted to learn from someone who had done it. And if somebody had seen more success than me, then I wanted to do what he said. And that's what happens so many times in life. We take the opinions from people and value that opinion because we love the person, we value the person, but their experience, they haven't experienced or accomplished what we want. So if they haven't accomplished what we want to accomplish, then why would we trade places with them by taking on their opinions? If you're going to learn from somebody or take somebody's opinion on, shouldn't it be from someone that you want to be more similar to, or you want to get into the same situation that they're in? That's what I had to learn too. I had to get over the fact that there were people that just didn't get it or didn't understand what I was trying to accomplish, but my mentor did. In fact, he was the one that was teaching me to become and see success. And I was able to change my life in under 2 years, and it changed my world forever. And I've been able to meet so many amazing people and do so many things because somebody was willing to invest into me, and I was willing to take that and go and do something with it. So you have to be teachable. You have to know that there are certain things that you don't quite get or understand right now, or you would already be there, right? So we have got to be humble in the way where we're willing to learn from somebody who's really done it, not just that wrote a book about it, but actually did it, not just said it, but is doing it and has done it. Okay, so that's the second thing. And the third thing is kind of the most important, and that is you just have to be consistent. You have to be relentlessly consistent, because that's how you change. That's how you create the new habits. And I want you to think about this for a second. What if you had a gift that you wanted to give somebody the next time you saw them, but they never made the effort to come show up, and you were never able to give it to them? You couldn't give them a gift because they never were in a position to accept it. They never showed up. And that's what I want you to remember: is success rewards the person that shows up. The reward that you're after, the success that you want, is going to be given to you when you show up again and again and again and again. Eventually it's going to be given, because it doesn't happen all the times all at once. It's little stages and little steps and little progressions and little habits and different character traits and how we change and progress. But it's through that consistency that is going to happen, that we can be rewarded, because it does want to be given to the person that can handle that. We need to become the person that can handle the reward that we're after. It's almost like, I'm not going to give a child, a knife, because they don't know what it is. They could hurt themselves. See, that's why when some people get a taste of success and then they're not able to do it again, or they're not able to move forward with that, it's because that they most likely weren't able or didn't change enough to become the person that could handle that. I mean, there are outside circumstances, and I get that are outside of our control, but they should be able to go do it again and make it happen again because of who they became and who they are. So if you're consistent, success will reward you, just like that gift and that present, because you showed up. Those are the three things that I've seen. If you have that desire, if you are teachable, and if you show up and are consistent, you can change your future. The future that you want to be a part of happens by the actions that we take today. And I've been so inspired, like I said earlier, by so many people that have gone out and changed their lives and shown me, that the change can happen. It's one thing when it happens to us, but when you watch it happen to somebody else right in front of you, it just hits different. It's so much more powerful, I think, even than our own personal scenarios, when I've been able to witness so many people across the globe be able to change their life. And when we have something that we feel can help people compress that time and be able to accomplish more in a shorter amount of time and be able to help them get what they're after, man, don't we want to share it? That's what we need to be willing to do. So whatever your goal is, whatever you're after, I just want to encourage you that you can do it. You can make it happen. If you want to go to the next level, it's just a decision. And then doing those three things, and you'll be amazed at what happens in the future with your life and where you're at when you look back and see that because of those things that you were consistent at, things are better for you and for generations after you, because you're willing to pay that price, because the price has to be paid. But it's always worth it. So let's go out there and let's level up, everyone. Take care. We'll see you.